Hello gorgeous, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking all about the Sephora holiday event that is going on right now. I am putting together a face of all of my Sephora favorites and sprinkling in the items that are on my Sephora wish list. So if that sounds interesting, just keep watching. I've already primed my face with the first product that I have been enjoying from Sephora, and this is the Farsali liquid powder. This comes out in a dropper. You have to be very careful when you apply it to your face because it can turn powdery. So what I found is when my face gets powdery, I just keep rubbing it in and it does a really great job of mattifying. I have heard stories that this may be going away. It is currently discounted at Sephora, so grab it while you can because you'll be able to get the discount on top of the discount. So yay for that. I also did my brows just in the interest of time, and I used the Benefit. This is the 24-hour brow setter. It was the first brow gel that I ever fell in love with, along with the Precisely My Brow from Benefit. This is a little bit of a stiffer formula, but easy to work with. And then I topped it off with a little bit of this Benefit. This is their Brow Microfilling pen. Now this one has a 3-prong top. And what I did was I filled in my brows and then just lightly flicked in some hair flicks there with that. And now the brows are set. Next, we're going to jump into my foundation recommendation. And that is the Fenty. This is her Pro Filtr Soft Matte. I do believe that they have a mini available in this product. So if you wanted to try it without breaking the bank, you could do that. It is a little bit on the thicker side. I like to use a sponge. I'm going to start sharing my wish list with you as well. And the first item on my wish list for the VIB or holiday sale is going to be the Nars matte foundation. I'm looking forward to trying that. I've heard some great things about that foundation. So this is a very full coverage foundation. I went in very light-handed, just building up in the areas that I felt needed built up, but it is long wearing. If you are dry skinned, always make sure your skin is moisturized underneath. But for us oily girls, this is a good foundation. For concealer, you've heard me talk about this before. I love my Pat McGrath Labs. This is a very creamy, good coverage concealer. I'm going to use a little bit of this on my eyelids as well. I've been thinking about the new concealer from ABH. That is on my maybes list. I've heard that it is great coverage and also hydrating. Tell me if you've tried that concealer, if you're thinking about grabbing that one. I blended, I'm just going to use my sponge to get that the rest of the way in. Very nice. For powder, I have the Huda Beauty. This is her Pound Cake Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder. I love it. I don't love the packaging. I don't love the scent, but I look past it because the product is just so nice. This is one of the most smoothing powders and mattifying powders that I own. The scent does not linger, which I appreciate. it just blurs away those pores even more. For the under eye, when I need a little extra, I go for my Pat McGrath under eye setting powder. It does come in different shades. This is just in the lightest shade. I'll just put a little bit on my sponge. See that? Go super light-handed. And that'll brighten up under those eyes even more. You can use it down the center of the face if you need more. Good. Powders on my wish list are the one from Kosas. I was really drawn to that. The Cloud Set Baked Setting and Smoothing Talc-Free Powder. The Dior Backstage Face and Body Powder No Powder. And one more, the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Matte Setting Powder. If you have any of those powders, share in the comments below. Let me know which one should I choose. For bronzer, I'm gonna go in with a favorite that I've had for a long time. This is the Too Faced Matte Soleil. One of my very favorite bronzers. Love the smell, love the pigment, love the tone, love the lasting power. I've had this for a long time and you can barely see a dent in it. So if you get an opportunity to get it at a discount, I say go for it. It does come in different shades if you are lighter toned or darker toned, but it is just a treat to the nose and the face. I love it. It is absolutely beautiful bronzer. On my wish list, do I have a bronzer here? And I do not. I had just grabbed the new LYS bronzer. I am enjoying that very much. So there's that. For highlight, I have the Laura Mercier. This is the Highlight 01 Matte Radiance Baked Powder. This is beautiful for a light highlight. This one is not super intense, but definitely gives a glow to the skin. It's a nice, I would say, neutral champagne. No highlights on my wish list. I am good with highlight. For blush, my number one blush from Sephora right now are these from Tower 28. I have two different shades. This one is the Golden Hour shade. It is a nice peachy color. You don't need to set this with a powder blush. It's not dewy, so you're not sticking to it. It is just beautiful. I love this. And the blush that I have on my wish list, you're not going to be surprised, is from LYS. They have a cream blush, and the shade that I am drawn to is called Confident, which is described as pink cinnamon spice. Love the aesthetic of that brand, love the bronzer, looking forward to trying the blush. That is an almost guarantee of me getting that. For eyeshadow, first recommendation is going to be Natasha Denona. You have some choices with Natasha. If you are on a budget or just want to dip your toes, I suggest the minis. I have a few of them. I have the Love. This is the mini retro. I have the mini xenon if you are a cool lover. I do have a couple of those on my wish list as well because I want more. I believe the mini nude, the mini glam, or the $65 Natasha Denona palettes I would recommend. I am going to do a look today with the bronze palette. I have glam, and retro is on my wish list. The other eyeshadow that I have here on my wish list is the new Pat McGrath holiday one. However, I just placed an order because Pat McGrath is having her sale and it's 30% off, and I picked up an eyeshadow palette there, so we shall see. If you are a matte lover, I do recommend the Makeup by Mario. This is his Master Mattes eyeshadow palette. If you're more of a matte eyeshadow girl, or you have separate glitter shadows that you love, I highly recommend this palette. It is beautiful. I've put together so many bases of looks with this. If you have a really great highlighter, you can put a frame out the eye with that and throw the highlighter on, or if you're like me and like your Hip Dot glitters or your ColourPop Super Shocks, you can use that with it as well, but that is just a beautiful base. Now for the eyes, I am going to put together a look with this gorgeous, this is the Bronze palette by Natasha Denona, and it is just, it's a treat to use these shadows. I'm going to go in with, the first shade is going to be Suntan right here. It's a very warm palette, gorgeous for any time of year, but especially gorgeous for the fall. We're just going to do a simple eye look using this palette. I'm using one of my favorite Luxie brushes. This is the 237. I'm just going to frame out this eye. What are your favorite eyeshadow brands from Sephora? I am curious about Melt. I know Violet Voss is good. Viseart, oh, they are gorgeous as well, but tell me, in my opinion, Natasha Denona is the leader at Sephora. I probably even enjoy her more than Pat. I wish that I had even more eyeshadow palettes from Natasha, because I never have a hard time. I never have a hard time. I always like the look that I put together, and it's just not a struggle. And it's nice to have shadows that you can trust. She puts together really good color stories, so I like it. I'm going to use this shade right here called Bliss, and it is a duochrome peach and gold. Now there are different formulas in this palette when it comes to the shimmers. I think this one might be more of a topper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this High Degree. It's going to give us a little bit more opacity. And this is a nice reddish copper shade. More of a monochromatic look we got going on here. Let's take Alloy, this brightest color here, and go a little more inside. Just to give the look a little bit of dimension. And then let's go back to that Bliss. I'm going to go back to that, and we're going to put that right on top to add that peachiness back in. Yes. Now if we wanted to deepen that outer corner, I'm going to go in with Deep Dive right here on my Profusion ES6. Crease again, going back in with that Suntan shade. My hair tie just broke. And we're back, and the hair's tied again. For the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with Suntan, and then I'm going to deepen it up a little bit with that Deep Dive. And then I'm going to For eyeliner, I am recommending Makeup by Mario Black Liner. We're going to go in on the top of the lashes here. Thinner towards the inside, thicker towards the outside. Do a little waterline. Just goes on so creamy. I'm going to go ahead and do my waterline on the bottom as well. And then we're going to use that brush to smudge, just to give it a softer look and blend into that shadow. And on my Sephora VIB wish list is the liner from Patrick Ta, the Major Dimension Precision Gel Eyeliner. I know my dearly departed Mel Thompson loved that eyeliner, and I'm curious to see if I like it more, because I did love the milk, and I would like to see if it is easier to have a pencil that you do not have to sharpen. We'll see if I can keep that precision, and according to her, it stayed on and on and on, so it would be nice to have a second option for that. Let me go ahead and curl my lashes, and then we'll jump into mascara. For mascara, we are going in with the ABH Lash Brag. Other recommendation I have already in my basket is the Sephora Size Up Mascara. Love it. I've been hearing great things about the Rare Beauty mascara. It is on my maybe list. Tell me if you have it and you love it. But I certainly love this one. Feels very luxe, heavy in the hand. Really grabs those lashes. This is one of my only mascaras that I have that I could in a rush just put one coat on and go. But most of the time I will put at least two on because I love to build up my lashes. Mascara is on. I love this mascara. It really is lovely. Easy to put on, builds up fabulous, doesn't flake on my face. It is definitely good quality. For lip liner, I don't have a Sephora recommendation for lip liner. Today I'm going to use this one from Real Her, and this is one that I got in my BoxyCharm that I do just happen to love. I have two recommendations, well, three recommendations. I have the Sephora brand liquid lip. I love these. I own so many of them, and there is currently a holiday set available on Sephora where you can get 6 of them for $30, and it's a $90 value. It looks like you get some nudes, some reds, really pretty. I'm going to throw this one on, and it is the shade 76. It is one of the nicest liquid lip formulas out there, in my opinion. I have loved Always Red for a long time. It's my favorite red. I wear it over lipsticks. If you're halfway through the day and you don't feel like taking your lipstick off, these are great for layering. They don't transfer, they don't dry out your lips. They are beautiful. The other one is my fancy Dior. This one I got as it was a gift to myself. I can't remember what for, but I want more. I want another shade of this, and it is expensive, but it is super long wearing, non-drying, same sort of idea. It just feels a little more luxe on the lips. So this is going to happen. And my third recommendation is from Patrick Ta. His liquid lip is very different in that it does transfer but what makes it special is it's just so creamy and comfortable going on the lips, and once it sets, it will transfer, but the color stays for such a long time, and it's got a lovely, refreshing, minty undertone to it. This is the gloss that I also love, and this is in the shade She's Expensive. I had to go dig this one out of my purse because I have the liquid lip in there and the gloss in there, and it is just not sticky at all, not too heavy, beautiful. Also on my wish list when it comes to glosses, I would like to try the Too Faced Lip Injection. They have a set of three, $32. It's a $48 value. I would like to try that because I've been enjoying my Nabla lip plumper. What other lip plumper do I have that I like? The Jason Wu one, and then also Fenty Gloss Bomb. I recommend it. There are gift sets available right now. If you've not tried the Fenty Gloss Bomb, that is the first gloss that I ever truly fell in love with. And they have a 4-piece gloss set where it's 3 of the traditional and then 1 of the cream for $38, and it's a $52 value. So heck yes. I also have on my wish list the Sephora brand Daily Brush Cleaner. Thought that'd be nice to have. And I will confirm this, but I believe when this video comes up, the Sephora sale will have already started, but it'll only be a day into it. But I believe that the Sephora collection items are even further discounted than the regular items. So make sure you check on that. And if you want me to do a whole nother video on Sephora brand, I could do that because there are some really great products in that brand. I had the Kiehl's Ultimate Strength Hand Solve. I have this. I'm almost out of this. It is a great product. I get really, really dry skin on my hands. That is the best hand cream I've ever used. I hope you enjoyed me talking about the products from Sephora that I love, the products from Sephora that I would like to have in this next big holiday sale. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing before you leave. I would love to have you join me. I love everything makeup. I like to play. I like to test. I like to use what I have. I would love to have you join me. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Let me know you were here. Let me know what your wish list looks like, and I will see you in my next video. Have a great day.